iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavan Dham Vrindavan Dham Vrindavan Dham Jaya Vrindavan Dham Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Haribo Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. I offer my humble prostrated obeisance to all the assembled friends, devotees, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis. Thank you so much for taking out your most valuable time. Ramai Pran Prabhu, Mohini Mataji, Raghu Prabhu, Baldev Prabhu, Bhaswati Mataji, Ruby Mataji, Swati Mataji. I see Girish Prabhu, Bharati Mataji, and Radha Mataji, Shilpa Mataji, and Prasad. Prasad, is it Ravi Prasad Prabhu and family or?
Oh, no, yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, thank you for giving the Prasad of Prasads, the mercy of Prasad family. Thank you. Swati Ponru Mataji, are you from Tampa?
I'm from Brandon, Prabhuji.
From Brandon. Okay, thank you so much. You know Radha Mataji? Radha
Yeah,
Mataji?
I know you also, Prabhuji. I saw you a couple of times during Hare Krishna satsangs in our community.
Wonderful. Which community do you live?
Localina.
Okay.
Brandon Localina. Anshul Prabhuji, Anil
Anshul.
Prabhuji. Yeah, same community.
Okay, same community.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Maybe when I see your face, I'll be able to recollect. Maybe by name, it's hard for me. Yes. Okay. Yes. Now I do recollect.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. What's your husband's name?
Pramod.
Pramod. Okay. I think now I recollect. Yeah, I think there's an event long due in your community. I'll talk to Anshul and Prabhu and Mataji, so see how we can coordinate the next event. Maybe Aruna Mataji or maybe you. Yeah, you all figure out. Your community has a lot of potential. See when should we have the next event?
Sure, Prabhuji.
But
Thank you.
very, very grateful to each and every devotee for taking out your time. A lot of devotees mentioned that it will be very nice to cover this book called Beginner's Guide to Krishna Consciousness. Although the word, beginner may sound like, oh, am I really a beginner? Oh, I have been into Krishna consciousness for the last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And Prabhuji is talking about beginner's guide to Krishna consciousness. So maybe this is not for me. Maybe this is for someone who came 2 months back or maybe 1 year back. Maybe they want to. But actually, in bhakti, the principle is that we should always consider ourselves as a beginner. Not act like a beginner, but in the heart feel like a beginner. They're two very different things. When we feel we are done, we are done. When the glass is full, there is no more room to take anything. But when our heart, the glass of our heart, or the glass of our consciousness, when it's empty, we'll always feel, oh, I need to grow, I need to learn. There's a lot of room for improvement. So anytime, every time, you will read this book, I can challenge and promise you'll find newer insights. And this book is basically an essence of, Prabhupada has given so many books. Now you may wonder why we should read this book. This book is totally aligned with every word of Prabhupada's books, right? So you can say it's like a summary of, the important, very, very important things Prabhupada has put together, or His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj, who is the author of this book, has put together, and it's available for all of us. I'll read if you have this book, by the way, if you don't have this book, wherever you are, most of you are from Tampa and some of you are from outside Tampa. If you don't have this book, we can send it to your home, right? So please let us know. Those who are in Tampa can collect from Radha Mataji. We just got new books in different languages, English, Hindi, Telugu, etc. We have this book available. This should be given to anyone and everyone. Anyone asks questions, how to chant, why to chant, how to follow Ekadashi, why to follow Ekadashi, how to select Guru, what is initiation, right? What is Vaishnava etiquette? What is the schedule of a devotee? How to do Arati? Why to do Arati? When to do Arati, right? All these questions. Why do we preach? What is sadhana? How to improve japa? How to set up temple at home? What is Tulasi Devi? What is Nagar Sankirtan? Importance of cleanliness, importance of Damodar Mas, importance of holy places, Vaishnava attire, Vaishnava tilak, everything. You may wonder, like, is it really true? In one tiny book, there is so much. Yes, there is so much in this one tiny book. And trust me, if we can just follow this tiny book as is, we will learn a lot. So this is just all a background for this important book. And before we even start reading, so how we will structure these sessions, we will be reading the book cover to cover, right? Today's just introduction. We'll start reading today, and then we'll discuss it. Feel free to add, feel free to ask questions, feel free to comment, feel free to ask if something is not there. We'll try to find answers from other books or other senior Vaishnavas if something, because again, it's very hard to mention all the details. It's not it's like a pocket dictionary, and then you have the Oxford dictionary. So here you will find like you may not find all the mantras, all the tantras, mudras, and this, right? But in a simple way, basically how to follow Krishna consciousness at home. And if one sincerely follows this, I can assure that one's life will be perfect, especially for grihasthas, right? Because even if we can do this much at home, our life is perfect in a genuine mood. Okay. So this book tells you all you need to get started in Krishna consciousness. Easy to understand guidance on daily practices that bring us closer to Krishna, packed with practical information suitable both for devotees living in the ashram or at home. I'm reading from the back cover. When you're offering this book to someone, you can quickly read the back cover, like why is this book? Practical guidance, right? We all need practical guidance to make you a better person and a more spiritual person. Who does not want to be, right? We want to be a better person, more spiritual. So we should emphasize this book in our sharing practices. Ruby Mataji, can you please give this book to Bharti Mataji, coordinate with Radha Mataji? We have a lot of these copies. Please, let's ensure that within next on 20th, Bharti Mataji, you will
Yes,
get this book on 20th. We'll set up a book table. 90% will have the picnic just because if the weather does not allow and we change the picnic program, you'll get the book soon.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dharmal Pranam. Yes, Prabhuji, I will give to Bharti Mataji.
Okay. And don't worry, even if you don't have it right now, like for today's reading, our dear Ayush Prabhu has made a PDF version of it upon my request, and I'm very grateful to him. He started the first 30 pages, so in a couple of days, he'll have the whole book PDF'd also. So that was a quick background. One has anything before we begin reading and going like this was like setting the mood. Why are we reading this book and what is the need? Anything before we get started? Okay, so we'll offer a few quick prayers and then because I am no one to take any class on this matter. Whatever we are going to read here, discuss, is for me. If anyone else finds benefit in there, that is a bonus. Because it is all Prabhupada's words, the words of great souls. And anyone who sincerely reads will certainly find benefit. And I am not giving this as a class to any individual. I'm repeating it for myself. If you find it inspirational, it's all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshtarini Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girimit Kripatamaham Vande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Param Ananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपीशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये कथंचन स्मृते यस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत् विस्मृते विपरीतं स्यात् श्री चैतन्य नमामि तं जयति जलनिवासो देवकी जन्मवादो यदुवर परिषत् स्वेदोर्भिरस्य न धर्मत् स्थिरचर वृक्षक्न सुस्मिता श्रीमुखेन व्रजपुरवनितानां वर्धयन् कामदेवं श्री नरसिंह जय जय नरसिंह गलादेश प्रलादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंह भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युर्नमाम्यहम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्त रूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्त शक्तिकम् श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ इछाई गोसाई कोरि चरण वंदन जहाँ होय तब विघ्न नाश अभिष्ट पुराना हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Thank you so much again to all the assembled friends, Vaishnavas, devotees. I'm so grateful. And let's begin this reading of this wonderful book and discussion. I'm not sure how many days it will take, maybe around 25-30 days, but the goal is not to hurry, but to be conscious of Lord Hari and the do's and don'ts which will help us to be a better person, a better, more spiritually oriented. That is our goal. So without further delay, let's get started. please raise your hand if you would like to read, and it really helps to keep the flow going. You can raise your electronic hand, and then you'll get chances to read the book. So, as I said, I have the PDF version of the first. Once the full book is PDF, we will share that also. But since it's a small book, you can easily get it from ISKCON Tampa devotees, Subal Prabhu, Upendra Prabhu, etc. So these are the contents. We'll be covering all these: introduction, why practice, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, initiation, Kirtan, Japa, regulated principles, how to set up temple at home, puja, arti, tulasi, daily program, what are the songs, what are their meanings, how to offer bhoga, why to offer bhoga, why to put tilak, how to care for sacred items, Ekadashi, Damodar, Chaturmas, festivals, obeisance, the mood and the attitude, all these topics, which are very, very important. You know, the man-woman association, relating with near and dear, everything, these are very practical things. How do I connect with my relatives? How do I talk to non-devotees? How do I deal with my friends who are non-devotees? All these things we'll be covering. So feel free to engage. It's not a monologue. It's for all of us. Whether, as I said, whether one is a new person, just came to Krishna consciousness 2 days back or 2 weeks back, or you have been a veteran for last 20 years or more, you will find something valuable. That's the beauty of any of the Prabhupada's books. Anytime we read, we find something valuable. This book is dedicated to the readers. It helps you advance. If it helps you to advance in Krishna consciousness, please remember to bless me so that I can make some advancement. So with that as the mood, as well as Bhakti Vikas Maharaj has compiled this. Okay, as I requested, if you are interested to read, please raise your hand. That helps me to understand who would like to read, and then the flow is smoother. Okay, so we're going to begin reading the introduction. So Subal Gopal Prabhu has raised the hand, so let's get started, and then Baswati Mataji can read after him.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then Prabhuji. Introduction. I'm making it a little bigger. Yeah. Human life is not meant for whimsical, mindless living, but for understanding God. Krishna is God, and he can be understood by the process of bhakti, devotional service. The most authorized path of bhakti for the present age of quarrel and hypocrisy, Kali Yuga, is that taught by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself. In the form of devotee, he taught the easiest method for self-realization, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As Lord Chaitanya predicted, that chanting is no longer confined to India, but has spread all over the world. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada was empowered by Lord Chaitanya to make this chanting process universally popular. In pursuance of the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Srila Prabhupada founded the International Society for Krishna Conscious in New York in 1966. Srila Prabhupada passed away from this world in 1977, but the movement he started continues to grow. Every day, more and more people are taking interest in Krishna consciousness by reading the books of Srila Prabhupada and associating with the members of ISKCON. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, you can complete this line.
Many feel inclined to take up Krishna consciousness in their own lives. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Very well. Wonderful. So as I mentioned, that this is like a kind of a summarized book, for those who are new, may find some questions also. So like, why is Lord Chaitanya Krishna himself, right? So who is Lord Chaitanya? Now there are separate books on that subject. We are going to eventually read all those books, but some things in this book, you take it with faith, and as gradually we will read more, those questions will get answered. But very, very simple. Krishna is God, and Lord Chaitanya is Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Lord, Gaur Nitai, Krishna Balaram, right? And he personally gave this process of the self-realization, the simple bhakti yoga process, which the essence is the chanting of the holy name, right? And the brand ambassador of Lord Chaitanya's army, Srila Prabhupada, gave this to the larger audience. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu primarily did not travel outside India. So he did preach a lot, and then his followers like the Rupa Goswami, etc., and then Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, they did not travel outside India. Why? Because they wanted to give this glory to their beloved servant, Srila Prabhupada. Now, Srila Prabhupada traveled outside India in 1966. He established ISKCON, and that's what, it's growing. So at any point you want to pause, you want to ask question, feel free to ask. But this is very, very self-explanatory. So we will move to the next. But there's no wrong question. You are not going to offend anyone by asking any question. You want anything to be repeated, we will repeat it. So there's no wrong question or wrong, comment here, as long as it is in the right humble mood to genuinely inquire. Okay, so we'll read the next page. Yes, Maswati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. The practice of Krishna consciousness is simple, but to learn the techniques requires guidance. Such circumstances as living far from an ISKCON center make it hard for many people eager to take up Krishna consciousness to do so properly because of insufficient personal instruction. This book is especially meant for such persons. It is a practical guide on how to chant the holy names, worship at home, apply tilaka, observe festivals, and so on. Most instructions apply to all devotees, but some are especially meant for those living at home. However, this book is not a substitute for personal supervision, which is essential for neophyte devotees to help raise them to the transcendental platform. Srila Prabhupada writes, for one who does not take personal training under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, it is impossible to even begin to understand Krishna. Bhagavad Gita 11.54 purport. So this book cannot be more than a supplement to personal training. Even from a practical viewpoint, to properly learn the procedures of applying tilaka, performing kirtana, etc., outlined in this book, one needs to see them done by experienced devotees. Back to Bhagavad.
Very well. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Very, very clearly mentioned that one should not feel, okay, I have this book now, I don't need Vaishnav Sangha. Prabhupada always emphasized on training, right? And training is not just through books. We need mature senior Vaishnavas so we can talk to them. We can be corrected by them. We can learn from them, right? So whenever we get chance to meet devotees, we should ask, oh, Mataji, how do you cook? What mantras do you chant for offering? How can I watch you how to offer? Can I see you how you apply tilak and things like that? When we meet, because if we are inquisitive, devotee should always be inquisitive, always be in the learning mood, and always trying to see how other mature devotees are doing. So So this book does not substitute the personal aspect. That's very, very nicely mentioned. And guidance training. So we should always have a guide, whether you call a guide or a trainer or a mentor or a special friend, counselor, whatever word you may want to put. We should always have that in our lives. Someone who can guide us at every moment, someone who can correct us at every moment, whether we are initiated or not, whether we are 10 years in bhakti or 20 years or 1 month, we always need a guide because bhakti is a lifelong process. We should always have a guide. Now, the initiating guru may not have time, energy, and status update what the disciple is doing because he may have 1,000 disciples or 10,000 disciples or whatnot. So even for initiated devotees, basically the Diksha guru may not have that much time, energy, and capacity. The Shiksha guru comes into picture, the guide, the mentor, the counselor, whatever you may say, a personal instructor. So we always need one. Okay. Any other thoughts before we read the next? Yes, Ishwari Mataji, you want to read from this portion?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu.
Yeah, let's take
Prabhuji, can you please explain what is neophyte devotee means to the audience?
Neophyte devotee. Neophyte term Prabhupada uses multiple times. Now, let's see the dictionary meaning, as His Grace Visheshika Prabhu says. The word neophyte is basically a person who is new to a subject, skill, or belief. It comes like neophyte. It's like neophyte. Neophyte. So the person who is new in the sense they may not be very familiar with how to do chanting, how to do arati, how to offer bhoga, etc. So or you can also say a beginner, right? A person who is new, or you can say an intern, like in professional circles we call intern, that they are learning. They are not experienced in that subject, but they are learning. So intern learns from an experienced person, whether it's engineering or it's medicine or it's any field, right? There is internships, correct? So you can say it's an intern or new person, new in understanding. Does that help?
It's helpful. Krishna.
As I said in the beginning, we should always have the mood of a beginner, but not act like a beginner. Mood of the beginner means a beginner is not scared to ask questions. He'll not feel, oh, if I ask this question, what will people think of me? Oh, I'm new only, right? So sometimes after 2-3 years, even if we don't know, we'll be shy. Oh, what will others say? Oh, I don't know this after 2 years, 3 years. It's okay. We are learning. We are apprentice. We are practicing devotees. So it's okay. Okay. Ishwari Mataji, are you in a position to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Where did
Here,
the instructions?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. The instructions in this book are based on the practices of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, the line of Vaishnava coming from Lord Chaitanya, as described in such authorized books as Hari Bhakti Vilas, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and Shri Upadeshamrita. More specifically, the instructions given here are based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, without deviating Without deviating. This font is very small, Prabhu. I don't know if you can make it a little bigger. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, without deviating an inch from the previous acharyas and timeless scriptures, Srila Prabhupada presented Krishna consciousness in a way just suitable for modern mankind. Shall I continue? Okay. Along with guidance on basic Vaishnava practices, we have included some useful information for newcomers to Krishna consciousness. However, we have not elaborately explained the philosophy of Krishna consciousness because Srila Prabhupada has exhaustively treated it in his books. This book is a practical guide for those who want to apply that philosophy in their own lives. But we strongly urge our readers to solidify the practices outlined here by studying Srila Prabhupada's books every day. In the beginning, there's do's and don'ts of Krishna consciousness may seem intimidating. Newcomers need not feel discouraged, however. It is not expected that everyone can take up Krishna consciousness fully all at once. One may take it up gradually. When aspiring devotees feel comfortable and confident with one step, they may take another. Krishna consciousness is pleasing to the soul, and so anyone who sincerely takes it up will naturally feel encouraged to go deeper and make further progress. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Now, this is very important points here Prabhupada Maharaj is making. So first of all, the one point here is that these are not someone felt, oh, these should be the do's and don'ts. Like, because someone may ask you, hey, where in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is telling to follow Ekadashi? Some people challenge it like this. Where in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is telling to chant 16 rounds? Where in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is telling to not eat onion? Right? People may ask such questions. I mean, some ask in a challenging mood, some ask in a genuine mood. So we have references, all whatever Prabhupada is recommending is not just from his whims or fantasies. It is all from the bona fide scriptures given by the acharyas, like Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, like Updeshamrita, like Hari Bhakti Vilas. Now, very, very important, if we go, Prabhupada did not encourage to read Hari Bhakti Vilas, etc. Because if we end up reading those, we'll cause more problem to ourselves, right? Why? Because there are too many do's and don'ts there. It will become difficult to take a bath, right? It will become difficult to even take a bath because, oh, watch this direction, watch that direction, make sure this is aligned, water should be from the, it will become, but Prabhupada, being the Acharya for this age, has given practical instruction, especially keeping the Western in mind as well, because his audience were primarily Western devotees, right? We all know that. And now keep them, like they have no, background of all these things, do's and don'ts. So Maharaj is mentioning in the beginning, it may seem a little bit intimidating. What does that mean? Let's see what the dictionary says. It's like challenging or like too much. Intimidating. Let's see what's the dictionary meaning. Frightening. The people may lose confidence. I can't do this. Mere bas ki baat nahi hai. Mere se nahi hoga. I also said that to my mother when I was in college. Oh, these people are chanting 16 rounds. Mere se nahi hoga. I can't do it, right? They don't go to beach. They don't even, not in the wrong way. They just chant Hare Krishna, and like they don't even go to do other things which the college people do. I said I can't do. Maybe I can do one or two sometimes, but this is too much. So in the beginning, someone may lose confidence, but as their well-wisher, as their friend, as their guide, whatever roles we may be playing, we have what is mentioned, gradual, krame, step by step. Don't look at the 10th step. Focus on the first step. Like in the beginning, if someone comes, we'll say, okay, you just chant Hare Krishna mantra and proceed to God. Krishna, you please accept this offering I have made for you with Tulasi. That's fine. But as they take that step, now you tell them about the mantras also, how to offer, why to ring the bell, how to ring the bell, how to cleanse the instruments and things like that. Step by step, krame krame. The goal is to help them to come to uplift ourselves and uplift them. The goal is not to, the day one they come and we bombard them with like 29 things to do and 45 things not to do. And they'll say, Baba, you keep it to yourself. I can't follow all this, right? So, step by step, seeing their situation and in a way, as their genuine well-wisher, as a friend, as a genuine caring person, we help them. So newcomers don't feel discouraged. It's step by step. Okay. Any thoughts? Any additions before we move on? One may also say, well, Krishna is bhavagrahi, correct? What is the need for rules and regulations? This question also comes. If Krishna is bhavagrahi, why do we need do's and don'ts? Any thoughts? If Krishna is bhavagrahi, he seeks the essence, he sees the heart, he's not looking for mudras and you know, why do we need do's and don'ts then? Anyone would like to answer?
These things to purify ourselves, to worship Krishna, to remember Krishna.
To purify ourselves, to worship Krishna better. And okay, very nice point. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Go ahead, Mataji.
It's coming from the Guru Parampara Prabhu, from Acharyas, their teachings. So you have to follow the Acharyas' teachings.
Okay, very nice point. Very nice point. It's coming. Okay, so Shilpa Mataji, what's on your mind?
I'm just thinking too. If Krishna sees essence, the essence, the intention itself, it's so intention itself is if intention itself is good, if we are doing it perfectly or close to perfect, it would be even more close to Krishna, right? So not everything, but at least even one more step, I meant to say.
Okay. If intention is pure, then we'll be further wanting to do this, right? Like, for example, if a mother loves the child and the mother knows that my child likes paratha, let's say, or you know, like yogurt rice, then she will try to make it in the best way,
Correct.
right? Okay, good point.
Krishna Prabhuji. So it takes time to go at that stage of Bhavgrahi. Until then, we practice through these rules and regulations.
Very important point. Very, very important point. Because Bhava is very high stage, right? Right now, I do not have that. Right now, you know, the attachment, if we let the Bhava naturally, who is naturally thinking of Krishna, very, very rare. Out of 24 hours, how many moments are we spontaneously thinking of Krishna? Even consciously at the time of, let's say, Gita class, our mind goes and checks out the phone. Our mind goes and checks out about the office. What to speak of other way, right? So when we are consciously in the association of devotees, it's hard to be Krishna conscious. What to speak if we let the mind and the senses loose? Oh my God, they are not going to think of Krishna unless we train them through the process of do's and don'ts. So training is essential. And that then we can naturally, like like a musician or any, I'm sure, like if anyone has done some music practice or any vocals or instrument, right? The teacher will make them repeat the same sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa like million times. A good teacher, million times, repeat it, repeat, repetition, repetition. And the keyboard, the strokes, the violin, whatever instrument, the basic like tarik hita, right? For the mridanga or whatever instrument. So first we have to go through the regime, and then the spontaneity or spontaneous nature comes. Day one, we cannot expect spontaneous bhakti. So it is for our own good to follow the do's and don'ts. What is the rule? The do's and don'ts are there to help us remember Krishna. Yes, Shrum Mataji, your thoughts?
I was just going to say that it helps to develop the bhav when, as a neophyte, when we initially chant, it seems to be so difficult to do 16 hours, seems like a mountain to climb. But at the same time, if we are listening to Bhagavatam, if we are listening senior devotees, from senior devotees, if we listen to Bhagavatam, if we are following do's and don'ts, if we are doing some devotional service, things become easier. I guess it is because we develop some kind of bhav, and then I guess the real reciprocation starts much later. But you already explained this. I was going to add.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This helps to develop the bhav. As we discussed, the practice helps to get to the spontaneous nature. Now, someone is an expert piano player. They are not practicing saregama, right? They can, after 20, 30, 40 years of experience, they can create, melodies just by hearing. They can understand what to play where and what sound will come. So very nice points. Yes, Uma Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhu, can I know the question, please, once? Do's and don'ts, the uses of, right?
Yeah, the question was that if Krishna is Bhavagrahi, he understands or seeks our heart, or why do we need, or why do we talking about do's and don'ts here in this book or in Bhakti
Do's
Life?
Okay, Prabhu. Means do's and don'ts means they are the route map of the Krishna consciousness, Prabhu. My feeling is because whatever we can, if we are going to one place, we want to go for some Chennai or somewhere. If we know the route map, how we have to go and which bus we have to connect or train something else, then only we can make it easy our journey and we can go, Prabhu. If we don't know about how we have to go, where we have to catch the bus, and without proper guide, we can't reach our destination. This is what the do's and don'ts of Srila Prabhupada's guidance, Prabhu, for us to reach the lotus feet, Prabhu. I think like that. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. I think all of you mentioned appropriate points. Very nice. There's a quick question. Prabhuji, purify oneself means what? Purify our body, mind, or soul? It's a good question. Purifying ourselves means what? It means on all levels, actually. We purify the body by bathing, right? Every day we take bath. And the goal is to purify it from the whatever, after sleeping or sweat, etc., all the impurities. If we don't take bath, we'll get diseased, right? We'll be impure, we'll smell bad. Similarly, we are cleansing the body by soap or whatever, water, etc. How do we cleanse our chitta, which means our heart, our consciousness? That is through spiritual practice. Through the holy name, through Krishna Prasad, which not only purifies the body but the soul, through the association of devotees, through the reading of Bhagavad Gita, Maline Mochanam Pumsam, right? Jalasnana dine dine sakrit gita amrita snanam samsara malanashanam. जो संसार का मल है, बंगाली में क्या बोलते हैं मल, मॉल को, शॉपिंग मॉल को क्या बोलेंगे? What do we call a shopping mall in Bengali? Where are you going? Mall जा रहे हैं, mall, right? What do we collect there? Mall. Going in mall and collect mall. Dirt, right? What is there? Passion, non-veg, all that stuff. So the idea is we have to purify. Outside material influences will cause a lot of impurities on our consciousness. Our consciousness is Satchit Ananda, but outside influences, material influences cause an impact. And I'm sure we have all felt that. If we watch a bad movie, or how will our consciousness be? We'll keep thinking of those things. But if we spend time reading Gita, we'll feel so pure, right? That is bhakti. That is Krishna consciousness. Does that help? Okay. So we'll complete the introduction. We have one more passage left for the introduction. If anyone would like to read from this point.
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees and pranam all Krishna Shri Prabhupada. Through the simple activities of Krishna consciousness, this guide describes any person, regardless of age, caste, creed, gender, or education, can easily develop pure love of God, escape from the horrible cycle of birth and death, and enter the kingdom of God. The Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now offering this wonderful opportunity to everyone all over the world. We humbly entreat the readers to take up Krishna consciousness in all seriousness. Lord Chaitanya says, "Wake up, sleeping souls. How long will you sleep on the lap of the witch called Maya? I have brought the medicine to cure your disease of mental existence. It is a chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare." Now pray for this Hare Krishna mantra and take it.
Very well. This is the introduction. So the introduction ends here. As you see, it's a short book, right? So the formula is very simple. And in this Bhakti Yoga movement, as given by Lord Chaitanya, as reinstated by Srila Prabhupada, there is a lot of emphasis on the Hare Krishna mantra. Any problem and every problem, one solution. Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, right? So I know most of you are already chanting. Chanting is the recommended process for this Kali Yuga. We'll talk about chanting, but those who are not, please start chanting. At least 2 rounds every day. It takes only 15 minutes, 17 minutes to chant 2 rounds. Please start with 2 rounds. And if you need the japa mala or the beads, or we will be talking about chanting in the next few sessions. But since we read the Hare Krishna Mahamantra twice in the introduction, so that itself tells how much important it is. So please start chanting. And this is independent of whatever, whether one is a 5-year-old, 50-year-old, male, female, young, old, Indian, American, black, white, yellow, brown, rich, poor, literate, illiterate, any language, any culture, any background. Bhakti is, beyond all that. So anyone and everyone can practice. It doesn't need one to be a millionaire to start practicing Krishna consciousness. It doesn't need one to be a PhD to start practicing Krishna consciousness. This movement is open for all. There's no bar, and there should be not. For those who are sharing Krishna consciousness also, we should not be limited to I will only share with people who look like me or speak the same language. It might be easier, but we should keep it universal. Anyone we meet, every yare dekho tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. right? So wake up, wake up. Already 30, 40, 50, whatever our ages are, time has passed and time flies fast. So let's take it seriously. The prime time has gone, right? We all know the youth is the prime time. The first 30, 40 years are we have more energy, right? But whatever time, energy, age we have left, let's use it in the best possible way. So we covered the introduction. Let's take some thoughts. Yes, devotee with the iPhone. Want to share something? You're unmuted.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Devaki Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. I don't know which class it is. I find more people hearing. Am I allowed to join in? I don't know.
Yeah, anyone and everyone. We just talk. No new devotee, old devotee. Everyone and everyone else. Welcome to Lord Chaitanya's.
Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhuji, I'm just wondering, sometimes when you join in, you're new, so they start talking about the 4 principles. So how do you explain the 4 principles to a newcomer? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxications. How do you explain this to a newcomer?
Okay, so maybe you missed the beginning.
Yeah.
So when we get there, when we get to we will be talking about all these points. So if you go to the index, there is the 4 regulative principles. So we'll be talking about that on page 42. So I would say let's hold that question for maybe 2 weeks. We'll get there soon.
Okay, Prabhu.
But a general idea, what Prabhupada said, and we discussed that in the beginning, take it gradually. In the beginning, whatever one is doing, in the beginning, tell the do's, not the don'ts. In the beginning, tell the do's. Chant Hare Krishna. Whether they are eating whatever, they are smoking ganja, cigarette, heroin, cocaine, whatever, let them do. Chant Hare Krishna. Right?
Yes,
and take Krishna Prasad. Read 5 minutes Bhagavad Gita. These are beginning focus on do's. Let the Harinam act and gradually they will be inclined to hear more. That's the principle. Don't say, hey, stop this, stop this, stop this. Beginning focus more on the positive thing. Bhakti is so, it is like, it in itself, it's so purifying. They'll not feel like doing those wrong things. Because majority of the people, they know what, if they're doing something wrong, they know they're doing wrong. But the Hriday Daurbalyam is weak. The strength in the heart is weak, but bhakti will give the spiritual strength to say yes to the good and no to the bad. So in the beginning, always focus on the positive.
Thank you.
So I think we'll keep the same pace. So approximately we covered like 4 or 5 pages today, 4 pages. So if we cover about 4 pages, we can in about a month, we'll be able to complete this book. Or maybe 6 weeks because we don't do on weekends. So let's say 5 days, 20 days. So 6 weeks about, we'll be able to complete it. Maybe a little before. So that's our goal. In 6 weeks, we'll try to complete this book. And for those who are new or old or in between, not by age, by bhakti or in any aspect, anyone and everyone will find benefit. Those who join late, if you want this book in Hindi, English, Telugu, whatever language we have available, contact Subal Prabhu or Upendra Prabhu. We can even ship this book across US if required. And in India, you can easily order. India is the ocean for spiritual literatures. iPhone 4, Mataji, what's your name? Thank you for joining. Are you from Tampa?
Prabhuji, I'm Mataji Devaki.
No. Okay, there's one more.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hare Krishna, Polly Mataji. Her name is Polly Mataji. Mataji, can you unmute and introduce yourself to Prabhuji? Hello.
Hi, my name is Polly Chaudhary and I'm from Tampa, north side, like a New Tampa. I'm very close to Didi. That's why she was telling me to introduce myself. So as far as I was hearing, like, I'll try to follow the do's and then try to read Gita 5 minutes at least a day. And it was very valuable for me to listen all this time to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Polly, Mataji, for joining. We're so grateful.
Thank you.
And Baswati, Didi can tell you about chanting also. Yeah,
Yes.
just chant 10 minutes a day, read 5 minutes Gita. Take it step by step, you know. If anyone feels during the course of the reading it's too much, then just focus on one step at a time. Take one step at a time. And when we are confused, that's where we need guide. That's where we need mentors. So like Polly, you have Baswati Mataji to help you to personally, because this book is for all, but how to apply it in our individual situation, we need a person like Baswati Mataji who can help us how to apply it in my personal situation.
Yes, right.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very much for joining.
Mataji also joined few of our programs. She joined to our Gita Jayanti program, then Radhashtami program, and
Very nice.
Bipul Prabhuji's house and Bonkim Prabhu's house. So
Wonderful. Very inspiring. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
I see Sai Ganesh Chandrasekharan is also joined. Are you from Tampa? Sai Ganesh ji, if you would like to show your camera or share a few words, I'll be very happy. Sai Ganesh ji. Anyone knows Sai Ganesh Prabhu? Would you like to speak up or share anything if you're comfortable? Okay, no worries.
Hello, Prabhuji. I'm Vanilla. If you know me, like Varun's
Yes.
girlfriend. So today I joined the meeting for the first time. And yeah, Hare Krishna to everyone.
Wow, thank you, Vanilla, for joining. Varun speaks so high of you.
Yeah. No,
And I was talking to one of my friends. I think you attended the program at their house. They were speaking so high of you.
oh, yeah, Prabhuji. I visited Ekant Prabhuji and
Yes.
Mataji's house.
Thank you. Thank you for attending. Is Varun with you?
Yeah, but he got a call just now, so he left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank
We
you,
are
Prabhuji.
very grateful to both of you. You are very sincere souls.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
Hare
you.
enthusiastic Prabhu. We met her Sharna Mataji's house last week, satsang, and she is very interested to do Shiva for our programs.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Vanilla, for joining. Let us know if we can be of any help. Varun is very special to my heart. And since you are connected to him, so you also get the same place.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
Anything anyone wants to share before we wrap up? Any comments or questions? Okay, so thank you again. I won't take more time. So we will have these sessions on all weekdays, and you are in the group, so you'll get all the information, updates, and everything. So thank you for your precious time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Samved Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Good night. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanya Pranam.
Hare
Shubhalash,
Krishna, Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
Dhanya Pranam. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Dhanva Pranam.